Can you imagine an empire like Greece, which once was among the dominant civilizations in the Mediterranean for hundreds of years, had a downfall similar to other great nations? The difference in this story is the how, which is so thrilling and dramatic that will keep you on the edge of your seat throughout the video. So let's travel back in time and explore some gruesome events which caused Greece's downfall. Rome took control of Greece in two phases. The first phase started with Rome's expansion of its power in the Mediterranean region in the 3rd century BC. Rome then originally seized control of the southern Greek city-states on the peninsula before extending its rule throughout the entire area. After Rome overthrew the last significant Greek monarchy, the Kingdom of Macedonia, in 146 BC, Greece became a Roman province. With this, Greek freedom ended, and Roman authority over the territory commenced. Alexander the Great. The once dominant Greek city-states of Sparta, Athens, Thebes, and Corinth were weakened for years by internal conflicts. After ascending to power, Philip II of Macedon went south in 338 BC and overthrew the cities of Thebes and Athens, unifying the majority of Greece under his control. After Philip II passed away, Alexander the Great took over. Alexander excelled as a commander. He then conquered Egypt and every other country between Greece and India. Greece division. The death of Alexander caused a massive power gap. The dominion of Alexander was split among his generals. These new divisions quickly started fighting. Even though Greek culture had spread across most of the world, it was politically fragmented. Hellenistic Greece refers to the time of ancient Greece following the death of Alexander the Great. During this period, Greece city-states were in decline. The true centers of Greek civilization shifted to other parts of the world, notably Alexandria, Antioch, and Ephesus. When the Greeks were in decline, Italy saw the rise of a new civilization. Rome became a menace to the Greeks as it gained strength. Parts of Greece collaborated with Carthage against Rome in 215 BC. Rome then started a war with Macedonia, northern Greece. Macedonia was crushed at the Battle of Cynocephalae in 197 BC and again at the Battle of Pydna in 168 BC. Rome persisted in conquering Greece. In 146 BC, the Battle of Corinth saw the end of the Greeks. Corinth was entirely devastated and pillaged by Rome as a lesson to other Greek cities. The Battle of Corinth was only the beginning, though. After conquering Corinth, Rome did not instantly rule all of Greece. Rome gradually expanded its influence over Greece since every Greek city-state was autonomous. A loose alliance of northern city-states, the Achaean League, was dismantled by its triumph against Corinth. This made it possible to conquer the remaining Greek peninsula in the future. Rome initially proclaimed Macedonia as the northernmost region, a Roman province. The conquerors carefully used force and diplomacy from this center of operations to expand their control over other Greek towns. The conquest was over when Augustus Caesar annexed the whole Greek peninsula to Achaea as a province in 27 BC. Following Augustus' victory over the Roman general Mark Antony and the Greek Ptolemaic queen of Egypt Cleopatra VII at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, which also saw Augustus take control of Alexandria, the final major city of Hellenistic Egypt, and the conclusive Roman occupation of the Greek world was established. Rise of the Roman Empire. Rome, as an empire, engaged in rebuilding Roman Greece's towns, made Corinth the capital of the Achaean province, and saw great success in Athens as a center for philosophy, learning, and learned knowledge. The late Roman Empire. Greece was split into provinces in the 2nd and 3rd centuries, including Achaea, Macedonia, Epirus, and Thrace. Greece was a component of the Macedonia and Thrace prefectures under the reign of Constantine, a Christian. Theodosius split the Macedonian prefecture into the provinces of Macedonia, Creta, Achaea, Basilia, Epirus Betis, and Epirus Nova. During Romulus Augustulus' rule, Greece was subjected to invasions by the Heruli, Goths, and Vandals. When the Visigoths attacked Thessaly in the late 4th century, Stilicho, who claimed to be Arcadius' regent, fled the region. Eutropius, Arcadius' top counselor, authorized Alaric to enter Greece and pillage Athens, Corinth, and the Peloponnese. After Rome fell, Greece stayed a part of what was left of the empire and became its center. This part of the empire, called the Eastern Roman Empire, was surprisingly strong and stayed together for over 1,000 years. In the early 7th century, the Roman Emperor Heraclius converted the empire's official language from Latin to Greek. Because the eastern side of the Mediterranean has always been largely Greek, following the fall of the western Latin half, the eastern half of the Roman Empire progressively became Hellenized. Mainland Greece was primarily disputed by the Roman and Bulgarian empires throughout the next centuries and was subjected to incursions by Slavic tribes and Normans. The Ottoman Empire would consolidate its supremacy in the region over the following century, annexing all three empires and completing its conquest of Greece with the fall of the Morea in 1460. Greece's influence over Roman culture. Although Romans conquered Greece, it still remained largely unchanged. Despite being defeated, the Greek civilization had a significant impact on Roman culture. The Romans paid close attention to Greek engineering and architecture, and restored much of Greece, which was devastated by conflict for a century. Greek civilization significantly impacted Roman society. As Horace remarked, captive Greece captivated her rude conqueror. Homeric epics influenced the Aeneid of Virgil, and writers like Seneca the Younger used Greek writing methods. While many others enjoyed Greek literature and philosophy, some Roman aristocracy thought the Greeks were backward and petty. The elite and educated in Rome began to embrace the Greek language, including Scipio Africanus, who preferred to study philosophy and looked up to Greek culture and science as a model to emulate. Despite the prohibition on non-Greeks competing in the ancient Olympic Games, the Roman Emperor Nero went to Greece in 66 AD and performed there. He was successful in every competition, and the next year, he announced the Greeks' independence at the Isthmian Games at Corinth, exactly as Flaminius had done more than 200 years earlier. Emperors and wealthier Roman nobility constructed several temples and civic structures throughout Greece, notably in Athens. Augustus completed the Roman Agora in Athens, which Julius Caesar had started to build. The main entrance was named for Athena, the goddess who served as Athens' protector. Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa constructed the Agrippia in the heart of the ancient Agora of Athens. Philhellene Hadrian served as the titular archon of Athens before ascending to the position of emperor. He made several contributions to Athens and considered himself Pericles' successor. He finished work on the Temple of Olympian Zeus and the Hadrianic Library in the city. The longest era of prosperity in Greek history occurred during the Pax Romana, when Greece emerged as a key maritime trading hub between Rome and the Greek-speaking eastern part of the empire. Most of Galen and other Greek intellectuals' work was done in Rome, where the Greek language was used as a common language in the eastern provinces in Italy. Early Christianity began to impact Greece and much of the rest of the Roman East during this period. Greece quickly became one of the most extensively Christianized regions of the empire because of the preaching of the Apostle Paul of Tarsus at Philippi, Corinth, and Athens. With that said, let's wrap up our today's video. I hope you enjoyed and learned about Greece's downfall. If you want to learn more about history, stay tuned with us. And if you have any questions or opinions on this thrilling history, do pinch us in the comments section below. If you are new to the channel, do like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you won't miss our upcoming videos.